Chinese martial art has a long and deep history, made of people with strong personality, story and tales that lurk in the history of Chinese culture. I want to present is an idea that came to life a few years ago to introduce some of the best masters in the field of traditional Chinese martial arts community. As opposite to a world of martial arts that is today dominated by violence, disrespect and presumption, I believe that could be a good opportunity to know this master and to hear their history from their voices and their location in the field of Chinese martial art. Masters who helped to write it characterized by cultural differences, system and approach. Despite these differences, the generation that have followed have all shared a common focus, crucial and indispensable: experience. The human and martial experience that is handed down from master to student in a continuous flow of passing time. An experience made of techniques, value, location, special people and traditions. In my martial path and life, I have been lucky to know and practice with some of these masters. And with this video interview, I ask them questions to give you a flavor of their history, of their system and their way of thinking. I'd like to in advance my master, my Kung Fu family, whole master friend who have given me the honor of this interview. Thank you, and Feng Yin, welcome to my video. Yao A Lei Leong means elegance and power in Cantonese. I want to give a special thanks to GranMaster Lily Lau for giving me this interview. Daughter of the late GranMaster Lau Fatman, she embodied the connecting link of the ancient Eagle Claw system in Zhoubai. Her history and career have contributed to the spreading of this system in the world and make it one of the most respected masters in the global landscape. Her movements are as graceful as an eagle which takes flight and as powerful as when an eagle is attacking its prey. Yao Ha Lei Leong, elegance and power. GranMaster Lily Lau.
I'm the Eagle Claw, 7th generation GranMaster Lau Fatman's eldest daughter, Lily Lau. I training from my father's at the fort. So at that time in Hong Kong. So it's a funny and difficult time when I'm training because our style is very traditional, Eagle Claw style. Our Eagle Claw style is from Northern style, Northern Eagle Claw, because they have some, recently have the Southern Eagle Claw style. So our style is from Northern. So he's made from Yafei. Yafei is a Song dynasty. So almost 1,000 years history, Eagle Claw style. So and then our Eagle Claw is called Eagle Claw Fan Ji Mun. Why we have a Fan Ji Mun? Fan Ji Mun is from Ming dynasty. They have the Fan Ji GranMaster Nai Chun. He's a monk. He's from Shaolin Temple. So he feel Eagle Claw style. That means Yafei is a lot of Eagle Claw technique is very important and very good skill. And he combined to his Fan Ji Mun together. So and then to spread out. I learned Eagle Claw, that means I learned Kung Fu is almost 66 years. I learned a lot, not only the Kung Fu training, I learned from Kung Fu is very important is Wude. That means Kung Fu character. This is very important because this is a Chinese culture. So one of the Chinese culture is Kung Fu. is Buddha important. Buddha have first very important is respect and humble humility and discipline and confidence, something like that. So I learned a lot of Kung Fu philosophy from my training. When I'm young, a lot of students come to me and they ask me, what kind of Kung Fu you teaching? You're teaching the Kung Fu can fight? I tell them, because every Kung Fu, of course, can fight. And then, but you can gain something from Kung Fu training is what? Is of course, first is for health. And then for the knowledge and the character with Kung Fu, from Kung Fu. So for myself, I'm very lucky because I have very good father. And then he teach me Kung Fu, and then very important, he told me, you need to have a good heart to training Kung Fu. So if you have a kindness inside, so your Kung Fu will be very kindness. So you won't be do the bad thing from Kung Fu. Because Kung Fu, if you have a good Kung Fu, have two sides. One side, if your philosophy is no good, so you will be use Kung Fu do the bad thing. If you understand the knowledge of Kung Fu, so you can do the good thing. So this is very important for people training Kung Fu, and what they can get from Kung Fu, this is very important. I will tell all my students, I never stop Kung Fu. Just like you living, right? You never stop your life, right? Because Kung Fu is low end, just like knowledge, school, education, something like that. It's low end. So in myself, I never stop my Kung Fu until I cannot do Kung Fu. For myself, Kung Fu is my life. My life is Kung Fu, especially in myself. I have a responsibility to take care of my system for myself, for my father. So I will keep going to spread my equal core knowledge forever and to the the new generation, like that. So that's why. So I hope I can take care of the whole system, because it is my duty, my responsibility for my father in our equal core system. And then I hope people not only know which style, they need to know what's the Kung Fu, what is the value of Kung Fu, what is the knowledge of Kung Fu, what's the philosophy of Kung Fu. So I will keep my work, my teaching or my training forever. What's the difference with the traditional wushu and the new modern wushu? The traditional Kung Fu, because they have many styles, and many styles they have their special skill or movement and philosophy. And the new wushu, they just combine, created by many styles together. So they not allow the skill concentrate to one style. So maybe they only have palm and fist to represent their movement. And then they have a lot of fancy. Fancy is acrobatic, something like that, the movement. But they still working hard. They still good show people the news of how hard of them to training. But the difference is very different because Chinese have many traditional style. So every style is different, right? So they show is a different spirit too. So cannot everything is combined. Just like tiger and eagle is a very different the movement because one is fight, right? Fighting, one is on the ground. So that's why very, very different. I always taught to my student what is Kung Fu. I like it. Every time when I do the seminar everywhere, I will ask my student or some join my seminar people. I said, what is Kung Fu? So if my students, they all know how to answer. It's working hard. I told them, Kung Fu is no secret. Really, you don't think Kung Fu is have a secret book or secret people to teach you, you know. First, of course, you need to have the real Kung Fu people, real low Kung Fu people. That means Sifu, okay? And then it's a low secret. Secret is working hard. Because Kung Fu today, you are no good Kung Fu, doesn't matter. You can working hard, training more, and then one day you follow the correct way, correct method from your Sifu. So one day you will have a good Kung Fu. If you lazy, even though have a good Sifu teach you, but you lazy, you thinking about you in love, don't power of yourself. You need to keep humble to training, follow the good way, correct way, and then you will have a good Kung Fu one day.